It's off to the Big 12 championship game for Oklahoma State as the Cowboys will meet the Texas Longhorns this weekend in AT&T Stadium. You know, it's interesting. I was looking back. When you won the regular season in 2021, you had 10 guys that were first or second team All Big 12. When you won the league in 2011, you had 12. You're in the championship game this year with 5. How much does that just speak about the collective effort of everybody in your organization to pull that off? Because when you're in the championship game in this conference, usually that means a bunch of all-conference guys. That's not the case.
This has been a really special season. We've talked about it in a lot of ways. This group of young men is so fun for me to coach, and you get a better feel and understand that more when you've done things a long time. So if I was in third or fourth year as a head coach, I don't know if I would appreciate this group like I do now. In that the challenges in college football, not only for the team, but the coaches and the players with all the different variables and things going on, so much different than it's ever been. And this team was faced with huge adversity, and they were able to look it in the eye and challenge themselves. And this has been as good a coaching job as our staff has done in my 19 years. And then it's been as good of a job of the players buying in and competing as I've seen in 19 years as a head coach. That's why it's so fun. They have bought in. They practice hard. We've had injuries. We've had a number of guys that don't practice during the weeks and then play on Saturday. It's just been very unique and so gratifying and so much fun to be around them. And, you know, I just don't know that after games 3 and 4 that anybody would have given us much of a chance. And with social media and all the different outside sources that can just blister a team and coaches and players, for these guys to be strong enough through our culture makes a difference.
Yeah.
And so I'm very proud of what we have accomplished here, and it's been so much fun, and looking forward to watching them play Saturday because I just love watching them going out and competing.
Yeah. Is this, I think I know the answer to this, but is this the best schematic work you've ever done?
Yeah, it is. We made adjustments. We were on track. We went to Iowa State and played well. We knew playing them on the road up there and having a chance to go tie the game at the end of the game, we knew we played better. We thought that our schemes were what gave us the best chance to have success. We made those adjustments. And then the team has improved schematically, which they should. If they don't, then that means coaches aren't doing a good job. But we have put in lots and lots and lots of time to try to get really good schemes. And then the players have bought in and executed in practice to get it accomplished on Saturday. And the one thing that's interesting about college football, well, every level of football, but we have concepts and schemes that we think give us the best chance to be successful in all 3 phases on every Saturday. Sometimes you just out-coach another team, and sometimes your schemes aren't any good. Most of the time it's balanced, and the players determine the wins and losses. And that's what's been so fun this year, because we've had to make dramatic changes in order to give ourselves a chance to where it allowed the players to make the difference in who won the game.
You have a lot of new players, but you also have a lot of players in prominent roles that have played in the championship game. They played 2 years ago in the championship game. How much does that matter? Because it seems to me the championship game is very quirky. It's not a home game. It's not a road game.
That's right.
I mean, do you think it matters?
Oh, it matters. This the experience and being there, and the pageantry of it is really cool. But I don't think there's any question that the first time you're in something, I think that it can affect them. We can try to talk and set them up mentally for what's going to happen, but experience matters. Now, we have been in a lot of bowl games and big bowls, and so we've been involved in a lot of the pageantry of college football games. But I don't think there's any question in that being there and coming back should help some of those guys when we kick the thing off on Saturday.
Sure. What does Texas bring to the table that's most challenging?
Well, they're very talented. They've got 11 to 12 draftable players on their team now, which tells you their talent level is really high. And what I'm most impressed with Texas is they've settled in on their schemes on offense, defense, and special teams. Over the last 8 or 10 years, they've been somewhat erratic, and maybe have tried to do too much. Now they're settled in on their 4 down and their basic defense, where they look and say, okay, we're really talented. Can you block us and make a play? That's what they've done, in my opinion. Not going to just overload the box like what we've seen the last 6 weeks. Offensively, they like matchups. They want to put number 1, the wide out, number 0, the tight end. They've got other guys. They get people in certain spots, and they want to attack a matchup like they do in the NFL a lot, because they have guys that are high-round draft picks, and they want to put them on your players. And then special teams is where they're as dangerous as anybody in the country. Number 1 is a great returner. He's going to return in the NFL for a long time. They have over 300 more punt return yards than their opponents, which is almost unheard of.
Yeah.
So we have to be really good in special teams. You got to have a good plan. Everybody's got to play hard. You got to be in your gap. You got to tackle and get guys down.
It's always important to get off to a good start. We could bring that up every week. But in this game, is it especially important to get off to a good start?
We'd love to. We'd love to get some control in the first quarter, play good, sound defense, not give up big plays, rally to the ball, good, sound special teams, and stay balanced on offense. Gives us the best chance for a good start.
Time now for What's Your Beef, brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. So we're at the end of this regular season journey, of course, now into the postseason, and it's quite a journey. Do we need another off week in college football? Do we need to slide back a week and build another off weekend, or is that just not practical?
I don't think it's practical, but I do think that players are more fatigued now than ever. I'm just saying, I'm going to base it on the large majority. Some teams that are really, really, really athletic and talented might not be in as many close games as the middle pack, those teams that are 10 to the number 40. But with the playoff now going to 12 teams, that's not going to happen. There's not time for any open weeks. It's going to be one open week. We're going to roll with it. You would like to take this week off physically and then come back and practice next week and get ready for a conference championship game. But the calendar's not going to allow that to happen from an academic side and a television side. So we roll with it the way it is.
That's our show. We will see you soon. The Cowboys in Texas coming up in the Big 12 championship game on Saturday.